Hey guys, welcome to the Heart of David. Hope you guys are doing good today. Happy Remembrance Day, by the way. That was 80 years ago now. My grandpa, who would be over 100 now, he'd be like I think he's like 101 or 102 years old now, but he died pretty young. He was I forget, he was 67 or 69 years old when he died, but anyways, he stormed Juno Beach in the first wave. So he was a sergeant in the army, so he was on the first wave, and he fought all the way to Germany. So anyways, praise to those guys, right? Prayers to those guys, and praise. I want to talk about a couple things today, and one of those, I'm having a lot of time, guys. My back is out. It's out. I have a lot of problems with my back. It'll probably stay this way for, it's not going away, put it that way. So if I have difficulty speaking, you know why. It's like what I thought was my kidneys is actually my back affecting my abdomen and my kidneys. So, why do we have bad thoughts, and where do they come from? Where do these evil thoughts come from? And to be honest, I don't hear anyone talking about this. I think it's pretty simple, but you just have to go right back to the very beginning. So, and the other topic I wanted to talk about was, should a believer, a born-again Christian, should they go to university? Should they go to college? Should they work a 9-to-5 job? I just want to speak about that, and in my own perception may not be your perception, but I just want to give my take on it because I'm living it. So, guys, I got a pace already. Give me a second. My back. Why do we have bad thoughts? Why does it seem sometimes that all of a sudden, you could be doing fine. You could be doing whatever activity you're doing. You could be going on a walk, and you have a clear mind. I've heard it said before, long ago, that you could be in church, and then all of a sudden an evil thought will come in your head. And they're shameful things. It could be of a sexual nature. It could be it could be anything. Where do these thoughts come from? Why do we have them? And they're foreign. They're not things that you and I would regularly think about or want to think about, but they pop up anyways. And the reason I say it's so simple is because, and it may not sound simple for you, but you have to go back all the way to the start, to the beginning of Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve had everything. They had God walking in the garden. They could speak right to God anytime they wanted. They were not polluted. They weren't in any way. And the way they were is the way that we're going to be. Those who truly believe in God. I have a feeling it'll be much better than even that. But you don't hear any evil thoughts entering their minds, do you, in the beginning? But when that serpent, which is the devil, don't think the serpent is anything else. If you're far enough in this journey, that's, to me, it's a stupid question. It's a serpent, it's a devil. tricking, lying. And he said, did God really say, right? Did God really say? And then when they were fooled, and then when they both ate of that fruit, the devil got power over this earth. That's the end of the story. As you can see, the devil usurped the power that was given to Adam. Okay? What we were meant to have, the devil has now, and has had for quite some time. What is it, 6,000 years now? 6,000 years it's been that way. The devil has control over, here's the prince of the power of the air. Just think of the air all around us, the air waves, you know, you think of the internet, the radio, anything to do with the air. Anything to do with this earth. But don't be fooled, God still controls everything. I don't know, and there's a lot of debate around this. Why are you and I even here? Was it because there was an argument, a huge debate in heaven because of Lucifer, because of Satan, who was Lucifer, because they had free will as well, and he let the devil do his thing for a short time, and there's some type of debate. Is that why they created man? Who knows, but it doesn't mean that God doesn't love us as much as he does. I'm not saying that's it either. You know, there's a lot of questions towards that, but in any case, the devil is evil. So when he usurped that, somehow he's now the prince of the power of the air, and I don't know, maybe all these different fallen angels, you know, they can enter your dreams. You know, you can get sleep paralysis, and if you're not saved, if you don't believe in God, they can certainly enter other people and manifest in many different ways. And demon possession today, I don't watch those things. I don't follow those things. If they're real, so let it be. But I don't watch those channels where people are shaking and screaming, and you know, I personally just try to stay away from that. Pardon me a sec. So that's the answer. I've been having a lot of trouble because of my back. You'd be surprised at things that it can create. You know, if your back is pulled and strained right in your mid-back, it affects the nerves around the front. I think it's called your abdominis muscle. Anyways, to me it felt like I was having a kidney stone because it was affecting the very same spots. Anyways, just brutal pain. So yes, that's why you and I have these thoughts. They were not originally here when man was created. Didn't last very long. And the evidence is this, that Adam and Eve weren't like that, but Cain and Abel, Cain had evil thoughts enter his mind, right? Because he was jealous of his brother, because he was righteous. The righteous blood of Abel, right? Cain murdered Abel. So that was very soon after the devil took hold of this earth. Okay, the next question. I'm not doing that well, so I'm not going to make this that long. This is about the reason I decided to make this topic right now is because I saw a video yesterday of a born again Christian. I watch his channel. I like his channel. I like most of his messages. You know, you're not always going to agree with everything that somebody says, but they're your brother, they're your sister, right? And that's all that matters. You're going to disagree in some things, but I find this particularly, it can throw a lot of people off. So, and this is going to the answer to this is going to be based off your life experience, what you've been through in your life. Should you go to college or university, or should you work a 9-to-5 job? Be careful of these chosen videos that you watch, by the way. Those who are chosen are the ones who have answered God's call, who believe in God. Not specially chosen like Calvinism would say, but still special. Still special. If you believe in God, I do believe you're special. Why wouldn't you work a 9-to-5 job, or why wouldn't you go to college or university? I think that's horrible information. How are you going to further yourself in your life? People are meant to work. You can see, as Paul says, we got to keep our hands busy. So I understand the concept of God will provide, God will give us food, He will give us clothing, He will give us the things that we need. Do I believe that? Yes, I do believe that. I'll tell you my honest opinion after now being in university for a few weeks. And I was studying months before that, every single day for hours. I'll tell you what led up to this, okay? I felt pretty good where I was with God. I mean, I always will. My life was probably different than most people because I have 13 separate pain disorders. Of those, some of them come and go. I live a very painful life, as you can probably see in my face a lot in these videos, going back and forth, and I didn't have the best life. As I was, you know, when people get out of school these days, you know, and for the past probably 30, 40 years, they get out of school, they don't know what they're going to do. They, you know, for me it was, you know, hanging around friends who were smoking weed and doing that kind of stuff. Not bad people, but just like directionless type stuff. That's the way a lot of people are today. I would say most people are like that today. That's probably a lot worse today. But I had a lot of trouble in my life. I had trauma. I had autism that I didn't know about. And I had addictions. And so when I was 23 years old, I took a medication for depression, which destroyed my life indirectly through its severe adverse effects called the serotonin syndrome. And anyways, a violent motion of my body that persisted for many months caused me a lot of pain, so much so that work wasn't possible anymore. No meds were working, opiates, gabapentin, these things just weren't working for me. And I felt, you know, like I had many different pain disorders after that. I lay on a couch and a bed for 10 years. And I had wished in that time that I would have done a lot of different things. It was very tough. So So I didn't get to live any of the things that I probably would have liked to do. You can still follow your dream. You can still follow your dream. Am I more stressed now that I'm in university? Yes. But I believe I can take that stress. You know, I have to get used to it and all that type of stuff. You know, I usually wake up and read the Bible for about an hour in the morning, but now it's about a half an hour. I had to cut it so I could get ahead. Am I spending less time with God? God is always on my heart, will always be. About half my day, half of my waking hours, I have him on my mind. Sorry, I got to pace, guys, because of my back. You know, the muscles, you'd be surprised what back pain can do to you, like a pulled back. The muscles that go right up into the ribs, on the very edges of your back, they're brutal. It's absolutely brutal, man. They flare up. I didn't do anything to make this flare up. It's so bad. It's a 10. It's a 10. So the life I lived made me realize that I wanted to do many different things in my life. I like helping people. I have the ability to help people one-on-one. Yes, I do. And maybe not like this, but so for me, it's addictions counseling. That's what I'm in. I'd like to be either an addictions counselor or take that degree to some other level, do something else with it, but I had just enough for my lifestyle to have my place, to afford my medications, to now I have a motorcycle. I do not have a car. Praise God for that, you know, because I didn't have that before. It's not those things. It's just, you know, things that, they are things that I need to get around. But, you know, I still wanted to save money and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to make money. It's the love of money. If that's taking precedence over God, then it's not good. You know, that's lusting, that's coveting. But I'll tell you the story that led up to it. I'm really bad today, man. Just trying to stay in a camera shot. I'm okay otherwise, but my candle business. My website just not doing that well. Why? Because I don't market it. I'm not the type of person who likes being on social media. Like, I don't mean this. This is different. This is God. Like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, all those things, they're just not for me. I don't like it. It feels like the world to me. So I stayed away from that. So I was going door to door, and it was actually doing pretty good. And but there were some days where I would, you know, it's more of a seasonal thing that really starts to sell. And I didn't have my motorcycle yet, so I didn't have a ride. I would go everywhere on my bike or walk. And I realized after spending hours outside doing this, and, you know, maybe walk home with maybe $50, $75, sometimes nothing, and I'd be like, what am I doing? Why am I wasting my time doing this? You know, these are beautiful beeswax candles, very tough to find. The ones that I make anyways. And I said, I just have to do something more. And so I went into this. So I'm just here to say that there's nothing wrong with doing that. You can still follow your dreams. Don't let anyone tell you that, because a pastor that I had, and I said this before, I asked him, should I go into university? He said, I felt the same way. I thought, Christ is coming so soon. So he put off his time, only to find out that, he didn't come. I felt the same way, and I put off schooling for a year. And I thought, I'm ready for Jesus Christ to come. I see everything unfolding around me, and it's beautiful. But that doesn't mean I can't do it while I'm trying to get ahead in life. Go ahead. You can choose to not have a job and, find some type of work with your hands, income stream, stuff like that. But to me, to all the things that I've seen in my life, a degree where I live is much better than not having one and having a lot more opportunity in life. It doesn't mean you have to spend all your time in your job. That's not what it means. You can still give glory to God. God doesn't ask you for anything but belief. So I think that pretty much clears it up. Guys, I'm not well today, but I wanted to make a video. I didn't know it would be this bad. This is brutal pain. This is one time I don't remember how my back got so bad. It just happened. This is almost worse than everything that I've ever been through in my life. If I was to put it all together. So I've been like this for about a year, and man, the bad times are really bad. It feels like someone's crushing you. So anyways, guys, God bless, and I hope this gets through to you somehow. It's okay to follow your dreams and also love God.